The Journal of Elderast, Common Era of Me 84, Entry 411. With my full power restored, the construction of an interdimensional gateway was child's play, and so I set out to find the ultimate being, who alone must be responsible for the life inflicted upon me. Leaving Tamriel, I attuned myself to the greatest source of power my spells could detect, ready to face my maker in defiance. However, I was seemingly repelled by him before a confrontation could take place. I have been redirected to another realm and made to inhabit a body that is not mine. When I look upon my reflection, I see my own face. However, all those I encounter seem to see someone else when they look at me. A young upstart, if their reactions are any indication. What's far worse, I have once again been stripped of my power, reduced to the level of a mere novice in the practices of magic. But I am undeterred. Despite being deposited here to be batted around by petty local pantheons and insignificant mortal creatures, my power grows. And for reasons I cannot explain, I have once again retained possession of my journal in the transfer from one realm to another. Something my ultimate enemy will regret, as I shall use it to keep a record of every further injustice against me that he shall be required to answer for. And so, for now, I will take every opportunity to gain strength, engage in every experience that will productively test and develop my skills, and otherwise acquire power and influence until I am once again ready to meet my ultimate enemy, face to face.
I started playing as my default bitter old wizard Elderast well after my last playthrough of this game. I played through this game 2.5 times. I think the last time I stopped, I was halfway through a playthrough with a rogue character. Really prefer magic users. Any game that allows me to be a dedicated magic user, not mixed like The Witcher, where you're kind of a fighter too or whatever. Full on just wizard, baby. That's a more rare thing in RPGs than you might think at a glance. So I've never RP'd this game through with my Elderast headcanon. So I actually started up one game with Elderast just to remind myself of the character generation process, but I'm going to start over. I didn't go far beyond that at all, just a few minutes, just to test some audio levels and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to start a new playthrough with Elderast, the most powerful wizard in the world. Rugged Warrior says, do you usually still go to church the Sundays after a marathon? No. No way. I'm way too wasted.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevail. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
So yeah, the facial animations have definitely not aged well, and a number of other things, you know, just textures and stuff in general, but it's still like the design of the world. Love it. You can tell they were definitely taking vibes from the Lord of the Rings movies.
Greetings.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do here. Well, let's get the hair sorted out first. Yep, there we go. That's good. Yep. Alright. That'll do. Okay. No tattoos. That's probably good. Something a little squinty. Not going to get into any more detail than that, though. Nose, that's fine. Portrait's fine.
I have lost concentration.
Nope.
What do you do?
Greetings.
Nope.
Well, that didn't work. My weapon isn't working. Move aside.
Greetings. I cannot cast it. Excuse me.
Calm, I'm sure.
Oof.
Ah, my spell! This isn't working! Need something else!
You're in my way. Goodbye.
I don't know.
I cannot cast it. I must get by.
Greetings.
I guess I'll go with the violent. I might just want to look for a way to turn that off, though. Alright, so... I think we're good. So I want a little bit of willpower. Definitely a lot of magic. Alright. That'll do. Oh, that could be useful. I guess I'll go with this one. 2 points to spend, huh? Well, maybe I want to start out kind of glass cannon-y. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, casual for sure. Alright. Here we go. That didn't take too long.
On a cliff overlooking the dark waters of Lake Calenhad stands the tower fortress that is home to the Circle of Magi. This tower is the only place in Ferelden where mages may study their art among others of their kind. Within the high stone walls, the Circle practices its magic and trains apprentices in the proper use of their powers. But the Circle Tower is as much a prison as a refuge. The ever-vigilant Templars of the Chantry watch over all mages, constantly alert for any sign of corruption. This gilded cage is the only world you know. Found to be sensitive to magic at a young age, you were torn from your family and grafted here as an apprentice. Now, that apprenticeship is nearly over. All that remains is the final test, the harrowing.
Magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him. Thus spoke the prophet Andraste as she cast down the Tevinter Imperium, ruled by mages who had brought the world to the edge of ruin. Your magic is a gift, but it's also a curse. For demons of the Dream Realm, the Fade, are drawn to you, and seek to use you as a gateway into this world.
This is why the harrowing exists. The ritual sends you into the Fade, and there you will face a demon, armed with only your will.
Alright. I gotta check my sync up here. Check. Oh. Way too late. Try again, and check. Oh, that's pretty good. Check. Yeah, good. Alright. Joel Nelson says, great news, my church already has a video game ministry They just did their first tournament. They want to include all campuses in the next one, and later on include other churches. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Yeah, I was laughing a moment ago because they're saying that he just finished his apprenticeship, and Elderast is freaking old. He's freaking old, so that, like, he must be a little bit of a slow learner. Although when I first played him in a Dungeons and Dragons game, that was a little bit part of his story too, is that he was a little bit slower than others and was made fun of and, treated badly by his peers in school and stuff. And so he went off to study independently as a hermit, and that's where he really came into his power, Okay, so this is why the harrowing exists. The ritual sends you into the Fade, and there you will face a demon armed with only your will.
I am ready.
Know this, apprentice. If you fail, we Templars will perform our duty. You will die. This is Lyrium, the very essence of magic, and your gateway into the...
I am.
The harrowing is a secret out of necessity, child. Every
I think it'll be
mage
okay.
must go through this trial by fire. As we succeeded, so shall you.
Love you.
Keep your wits about you. And remember, the Fade is a realm of dreams. The spirits may rule it, but your own will is real.
The apprentice must go through this test alone, First Enchanter. You are ready.
Right. Let's do it. Into the Fade. Into the Fade. Can't wait for recovery day. Gonna have so many donut sticks. Ha ha. That was weird. That was just a little... That was a little touch of kookiness, and it's a little too early for that. What is this thing? It is a disturbing statue. What the crap? Ooh, but I get 50 XP for looking at it.
Yes, I will acquire knowledge. I will acquire power. And all shall kneel before me. Die, creature. Yes, you as well. Burn! And freeze! All the elements are at my command. Your paltry powers are as nothing to me.
Someone else thrown to the wolves, as fresh and unprepared as ever. It isn't right that they do this, the Templars. Not to you, me, anyone.
I will succeed, right or not.
Well, you say that now. So have many others before you. Look at me. Look at what can happen. It's always the same. But it's not your fault. You're in the same boat I was, aren't you? Allow me to welcome you to the Fade. You can call me, well, Mouse.
Not your real name, I take it?
No. I don't remember anything from before. The Templars kill you if you take too long, you see. They figure you failed, and they don't want something getting out. That's what they did to me, I think. I have no body to reclaim, and you don't have much time before you end up the same.
That's not going to happen to me.
That has been said before, But you don't know the danger. There's something here, contained, just for an apprentice like you. You have to face the creature, a demon, and resist it. If you can. That's your way out. Or your opponents, if the Templars wouldn't kill you. A test for you. A tease for the creatures of the Fade.
I don't understand why this test is so feared.
You would be a fool to just attack everything you see. What you face is powerful, cunning. There are others here. Other spirits. They will tell you more. Maybe help. If you can believe anything you see, I'll follow, if that's all right. My chance was long ago, but you may have a way out.
Very well, Mouse.
Spirit is not far. Don't go near it unless you're ready to fight.
Well, let me just consider my deeds for a moment. Reflect on the greatness of my life. Yes, I am great. Onward!
That is where the test will take place. The creature can be anywhere, but it manifests there.
Interesting. Yes.
Can I get you a ladder to get off my back? Now, excellent.
Yeah, can I turn off just my character's voice? That'd be kind of nice. I guess I can just turn off everybody's. Oh well. Well, normally I would read all the dialogue anyway, but for the sake of the stream, I'll leave the voice acting on.
It never seemed equal to its name.
Another mortal thrown into the flames and left to burn, I see. Your mages have devised a cowardly test. Better you were pitted against each other to prove your mettle with skill, to be sent unarmed against a demon.
I agree, but I didn't have a choice.
Indeed. The choice and the fault lies with the mages who sent you here. That you remain means you have not yet defeated your hunter. I wish you a glorious battle to come.
Well, I should go.
I wish you luck and glory in all your achievements, mortal. Fare you well.
I wish you were more useful.
Oh. Okay. Guess the game thinks I should have a save file here. Oops, wrong trigger. There we go.
Got it.
Burn! They will all burn.
It's a massacre. No one's getting out alive. That'll teach you.
A sloth demon, eh?
So, you are the mortal being hunted, and the small one Is he to be a snack for me?
I don't like this. He's not going to help us. We should go.
No matter. The demon will get you eventually. And perhaps there will even be scraps left.
Why wait for scraps? Come get some now!
He'll just run away. I'll not waste time with a chase. Not even for a meal. Be gone. Surely you have better things to do than bother sloth, mortal. I tire of you already.
Well, I need to go.
Then leave me to my rest.
Why, certainly. I'll leave you to your rest. Eternal!
I can't do that.
What do you mean, I want... Blast it all! These mages have put some kind of collar on my magic. But one day I will be free of them and their control. My power will be liberated and unleashed upon this world.
Crap, do I have to talk to these guys? Do I have to ask them for help? I mean, how else am I supposed to progress? What's this? Sparkly things? Vase of healing... Crap. Okay, I feel like I have to ask for his help or something. So we'll go do that.
Oh, what is it now, mortal? Are you not dead yet?
Need help defeating a demon.
Even if I were willing to help, mortal, what would you have me do? Fight the demon for you? He and I have no quarrel, and I am quite comfortable where I am. Thank you.
He looks powerful. It might be possible that he could teach you to be like him.
Like me? You mean teach the mortal to take this form? Why? Most mortals are too attached to their forms to learn the change. You, on the other hand, little one, might be a better student. You let go of the human form years ago.
I don't think I'd make a very good bear. How would I hide?
I thought you were here to help, but you're just a coward.
A coward could not have endured as I have. The time I have spent waiting for some possibility of release. But you are right.
Of course I am.
Hiding doesn't help. I'm sorry, it's the Fade. It changes you. I'll try. I'll try to be a bear. If you'll teach me.
That's nice. But teaching is so exhausting. Away with you now.
I told you he wasn't going to help us.
Let's see here.
You can't just suggest something and then change your mind.
I can't. You have so much to learn about the Fade, little mortal.
Mouse wants to learn. Teach him.
You wish to learn my form, little one? Then I have a challenge for your friend. Answer 3 riddles correctly, and I will teach you. Fail, and I will devour you both. The decision is yours.
You know, Elderast and I have something in common. We both
Hate puzzles and riddles. Riddles? Are you joking?
Indeed not. Amusement is difficult to come by, and I shall take it in the place of a meal, if I can.
I'm not sure I want to provide him with either.
I accept your challenge, sloth.
Truly? Oh, this gets more and more promising. My first riddle is this. I have seas with no water, coasts with no sand, towns without people, mountains without land. What am I?
A map.
Correct. Let's move on. The second riddle. I'm rarely touched, but often held. If you have wit, you'll use me well. What am I?
Oh.
My tongue.
Yes, your witty tongue. Fair enough. One more try, shall we? Often will I spin a tale, never will I charge a fee. I'll amuse you an entire eve, but alas, you won't remember me. What am I?
I really want to say an annoying Riddler.
You're a dream.
You are correct. Rather apropos here in the Fade, no? But you've won my challenge and proven yourself an amusing distraction. So, I shall teach you my form. Now, listen carefully.
Like this? Am I a bear? It feels heavy.
Close enough. Go then, and defeat your demon, or whatever you intend to do. I grow weary of your mortal prattling.
I grow weary of your mortal past. Let's go.
Target practice, anyone?
Oops, a little late to that party.
You remain? Have you not a demon to battle?
I require your service.
Of course. You are not the first mortal to seek my aid. I am not here to assist you, however. My purpose is to seek perfection, creating the ultimate weapon for the pursuit of valor.
And would one of those weapons affect a demon?
Without a doubt. In this realm, everything that exists is the expression of a thought. Do you think these blades be steel? The staves be wood? Do you believe they draw blood? A weapon is a single need for battle, and my will makes that need reality. Do you truly desire one of my weapons? I will give one to you, if you agree to duel me first. Valor shall test your mettle as it should be tested.
Hey, good morning, Adam. Alright, that's the first time you're sleeping. Let's see here. I agree to your duel, Valor.
As you wish, mortal. We battle until I am convinced you are strong enough to defeat your demon. If you do not convince me, I will slay you. Are these rules understood?
Yes, I understand.
Our duel begins now. Fight with valor!
Die however you wish.
Enough. Your strength is sufficient to the task. The staff is yours.
Oh, you guys know what I have to do, right?
Yes, well, of course it is.
I'm sick of hiding.
What? He still walks.
You have Valor's staff. There is nothing else I can do for you.
Clearly.
Oh yeah, we'll do a new save.
There is a...
Die, spirit.
Oh, I have to talk to him first. Ugh, I hate that. They make you walk up close to it, not like in a totally suboptimal tactical position. And then the fight starts, and your squishy little mage is up front. Not cool.
And so it comes to me at last. Soon I shall see the land of the living with your eyes, creature. You shall be mine, body and soul.
Then come and get me, if you can.
Oh, I shall. So this creature is your offering, Mouse. Another plaything as per our arrangement.
I'm not offering you anything. I don't have to help you anymore.
Oh. And after all those wonderful meals we have shared, now suddenly the mouse has changed the rules.
I'm not a mouse now, and soon I won't have to hide. I don't need to bargain with you.
We shall see.
Die!
Got it.
Yes, fall!
You did it. You actually did it.
Of course I did.
I hoped that maybe you might be able to, but I never really thought any of you were worthy.
It's all a little too easy, if I'm honest.
That is because you are a true mage. One of the few. The others, they never had a chance. The Templars set them up to fail, like they tried with you. I regret my part in it. But you have shown me that there is hope. You can be so much more than you know.
I understand necessity. What now?
You defeated a demon. You completed your test. With time, you will be a master enchanter with no equal. And maybe there's hope in that for someone as small and as forgotten as me. If you want to help, there may be a way for me to leave here, to get a foothold outside. You just need to want to let me in.
let you in?
Back? Help me back! They killed me, right? Just like all who fail in here. They'll kill you too. Can't you feel the sword at your neck? They believe all magic evil, the Fade evil. Once you are here, you become what they fear.
Like you. Were you ever really an apprentice?
What? Yes, of course. I mean, I think I was. Isn't that enough? It should be enough. For you?
Maybe they are right about you. Simple killing is a warrior's job. The real dangers of the Fade are preconceptions, careless trust, pride. Keep your wits about you, mage. True tests never end.
Fascinating. One day I shall have his power as well.
Are you all right? Say something, please.
I can't resist. A demon! Die, demon! And I do, in my D&D sessions playing Elderast, I also do play him as kind of senile and having like this, conveniently, on my part, conveniently triggered dementia.
It's me, Jowan. Calm down. Just try to relax. Oh, I'm glad you're all right. They carried you in this morning. I didn't even realize you'd been gone all night. I've heard about apprentices who never come back from harrowings. Is it really that dangerous? What was it like?
Jeez, do I have to talk to this guy? There we go.
Stop pestering me, Jowan.
So much for friendship. I'll leave you alone then. And now you get to move to the nice mage's quarters upstairs. I'm stuck here and I don't know when they'll call me for my harrowing.
Boo-hoo-hoo! Is that number 5?
I've passed my test, that's all I care about.
Oh, I see. I've been here longer than you have. Sometimes I think they just don't want to test me.
Yeah, they definitely do not. They give you the option to make your character as older, but they said that they got me as a child. And this guy's also a human, he's not an elf or something. So it just seems like they totally did not factor in properly with the writing, only with the cosmetics, that you might want to play an older character. Which is weird, especially, you know, for playing like a wizard. The stereotypical wizard is old. Alright,
maybe you're just not ready.
He's not going to say yet, because he doesn't believe he'll ever be ready.
I've been ready for a long time. I'm afraid they don't want me to take the test. You do the harrowing, the rite of tranquility, or you die. That's what happens.
You worry too much. It's annoying.
I shouldn't waste your time with this. I was supposed to tell you to see Irving as soon as you woke up.
What for?
He didn't tell me. About the harrowing, I'd guess, but you'd never know with Irving. You'd better not keep him waiting. We can speak later.
Did you hear anything? Is he all right? Is he awake? Why do you care?
Well, let's see, I get to level up.
Are you best friends now?
What do we got here? Kind of want to keep the magic train going. I think I'm okay on Constitution for now. Let me, just keep pumping into magic and willpower. Alright, just one to spend here. Don't want to get that rock armor yet. Requires 18 magic. Don't I have 18 magic? I should be able to get this, right? Oh, maybe I can. Lightning. I think maybe I can. Yeah. Nice. Very good. Very good.
I'm just curious. That Templar Cullen said it was the quickest.
Alright, how much time we got with this one? About 17 minutes. We'll do one more save. One more save slot. Ah, yes. Very useful. How do I... Let's see, where's my... Is that the one I want? Let's see. Oh, I must not have high enough level yet for these things here. Oh, I need a ton of strength for that. I got some, like, I bought, way back in the day, I bought, like, the, I don't know, the special version you could buy at launch that came with some extra stuff. But, like, some of it is not accessible anymore because the EA servers are down or whatever. They got these games on Game Pass if you pay the little bit extra to get, like, EA whatever, the EA tier of Game Pass on Series X. And it makes me wonder if they have those special items there. I don't know, it's weird. But, I mean, ever since they started, like, way back in the 360 days... when they started patching games and having stuff that was dependent on communicating in some way with the company that made the game, man, I hated that stuff immediately because I knew this kind of future was coming where, like, I would want to play some of my good old games. And there are saves now. Not that I really want to, but there are saves I have of characters that I've taken all the way through the campaign, built them up, spent a lot of time with them, that I can't continue those stories now. Like if I wanted to take them into some DLC or something like that. One in particular, I mean, the wizard and the kind of like fighter that I played all the way through this game before, I did all the DLC, so I don't want to do any more with them. But like the rogue character that I got halfway through a playthrough in this game on, if I wanted to, which I don't, so it's not that big of a deal, but if I wanted to, I couldn't load her saves anymore. I tried. But they depend on this DLC that, like, the server, it can't check into the server to, like, verify that it's legit or whatever the crap it needs to do. So the only way I was able to, play is by starting a new game that doesn't have those DLC items as part of the save file information, because I can't access them. And that's fine, they're mostly just little trinkets. Nothing that really affects gameplay significantly, but, man, freaking irritating. Alright. Good. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yep, I want that. Nice. I think these are DLC items. Nice. Not as good as what I have. I like what I have. Yeah. Maybe that's the Skittles talking. Feeling a little extra positive. Because I got a handful of Skittles in my mouth. I don't like that hat, though. That looks a little dorky. I wonder if I can... I probably can't make my headwear invisible. I usually take that option if a game gives it to me to make the headwear invisible. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Oh well. Man. I really did love this game back in the day. What is X marking the spot for here? There's something I should be seeing that I'm not. Let's see here. Second floor. Where's my journal? That's what I should be checking out. Where am I supposed to go here? See what Irving wants from you. Jowan, another circle apprentice, roused you from your slumber the morning after your harrowing. After fretting about his own delayed harrowing, Jowan informed you that Irving would like to speak with you. Well, okay, then I need to see if he's on the map here somewhere. Classrooms, basement, apprentice dorm. So I guess I'll just try the second floor. I'm not... Do I need to have that quest marked or something? Oh, yeah, mark is active. There we go. So now it should be something that leads me to it, right? No? Oh, geez, that didn't help at all. Well, more loot for me, I guess. Nice, okay.
Why would anyone?
Oh, yeah, no. I'm gonna keep the Sash of Forbidden... Wait, can I wear both? Come on now. Let me wear both, right? Yes! Yes, I can!
That's what I hear anyway.
Okay, good. I am, like, in my mind, I'm wanting to play through all 3 of the released Dragon Age games one more time before the new one comes out, and I think I've got time to do that. I don't think I need to be in a hurry. It sounds like that game has been... the development's been kind of slow. Maybe even had, like, a stalling out or a restart at some point. But yeah, I feel like playing the second one right at launch, I didn't get the best experience I could have. I heard they made some patches so that combat was going to be more enjoyable. Still not as good as the combat in the first one. But I want to give that one another try, and then also with the DLC. I didn't enjoy that game a ton, and so I didn't play any of the DLC, but I learned much later that in Dragon Age Inquisition, the third one, there were moments where I felt a little bit lost about what was going on, and I came to find out that there's major plot elements of the third one that that assume that you played the DLC for the second one. I'm like, oh, crap, you know? So, that's just EA being EA. But honestly, with adjusted expectations, I think I would enjoy playing the second one again. And I even feel like just bringing my headcanon of Elderast into this, you know, potentially third or fourth, however you want to count it, playthrough, I would have a good time.
You must control the fire with your will. Keep the flames steady.
You there!
I hope you've spoken to the first enchanter. He seems eager to see you.
Well, where is he?
Do any of you remember what the chantry says about magic?
Magic must serve man.
Concentrate. Hold the shield. If I had put all my power behind that spell, you would have been obliterated. Your enemy. It is a weakness that can be exploited.
Oh, maybe this room? No. No. Well, maybe on the second floor. Balmy Leader says, what happened to trial and error? I made a decision to change the format. For those of you who don't know what Balmy Leader's talking about, that trial and error was the review format I used to use for games, where I would play through the first 5 hours, and I actually recorded myself that entire time, and then would cut down those 5 hours into kind of like a highlights, video, and then I would share my kind of quote-unquote final thoughts at the end. And I still like the idea of that format. I liked using that format. I think it was pretty unique on YouTube.
Welcome to the Circle stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
But it was really diminishing returns on the investment. I mean, I don't think that my view count in particular went down for video game reviews when I switched over to what I'm doing now, which is much more standard. It's me talking over B-roll of game footage. But just like taking the time to edit down 5 hours of video footage instead of just playing, and also, having the lights on the whole time. Thankfully, when I'm live streaming, it's not as much of an issue, but for some reason, when I'm not live streaming, maybe it's because there's not that little extra bit of adrenaline that I have when I'm kind of on, as I am with you guys now. But for some reason, when I'm just recording myself and I have the lights on, after like an hour or so, I start getting headaches. And so that was a factor as well. I'd have to, take a bunch of breaks, and so there was just enough little things that were making me like, there's just multiple reasons why it would be better for me to do a different format here. So now I just play the 5 hours. I don't have to talk out loud and share my thoughts out loud, which I felt obligated to do with the old format. I can just totally focus in on playing the game, what I think of the game, exploring the game for 5 hours, and then maybe, take 20 minutes and record me some gameplay footage that I can put up, over my review. And then I can also kind of gather my thoughts a little bit more because I pre-write out my thoughts and stuff. And so I think that there's maybe a little less entertainment value, but I think that what I share in terms of my thoughts has more value. So anyway, yeah, that's the thinking there. But if you miss it, know that I miss it too. It just wasn't the best format for what it required. All right, welcome to the Circle Stockroom of Magical Items. My name is, what did he say? Owain? How may I assist you?
What can I buy here?
The stockroom is not a shop. Your mentor should have clarified this. The stockroom stores components used in magical and alchemical experiments. Do you require something?
Yes, I require all of the stock. I don't need anything.
Very well. Goodbye.
Where the devil is this mage who wishes to speak with me? Oh! I sense a flashing triangle, guiding me to my destiny, which involves looking at bookcases and gaining knowledge and experience. I've said this before, but I would love a role-playing system, either paper and pencil or video games, where the idea of gaining experience and the effect that has on your ability to learn and grow more powerful is part of the lore. I just think that would be cool, because we already play making choices that are going to give us more experience points so we can become more powerful. That affects the way we roleplay, the way we go about existing in these digital worlds. So why not write that into the story somehow? Whereas characters gain knowledge as they experience combat or whatever else gains them experience, they have these moments of revelation where they get a burst of power, and then they become able to cast a spell they couldn't before. They can take more damage or something like that, Speaking of bursts of power, I think the sugar from those Skittles just
Just got to, I don't know, whatever part makes me burst.
Many have already gone to Ostagar. Wynne, Aldred, and most of the senior mages. We've committed enough of our own to this war effort.
Your own? Since when have you felt such kinship with the mages, Gregor? Or are you afraid to let the mages out from under Chantry supervision, where they can actually use their Maker-given powers?
How dare you suggest?
Gentlemen, please. Irving, someone is here to see you.
What's going on?
Nothing concerning you at this moment. Come, child.
Child?
Yes, this is he.
Well, Irving, you're obviously busy. We will discuss this later.
Of course. Well, then, where was I? Oh, yes, this is Duncan of the Grey Wardens.
Bombing leader says, just ate Nashville hot chicken tenders from KFC. You did not ask, I just wanted to share. All right. Well, I've been reporting on all the stuff I've been eating. You guys haven't asked for info on any of that. Let's see here.
What's he doing here?
You've heard about the war brewing to the south, I expect. Duncan is recruiting mages to join the king's army at Ostagar.
That's all you wanted to tell me?
Of course not. I wished to congratulate you on a successful end to last night's ordeal. The harrowing is behind you. Your phylactery was sent to Denerim. You are officially a mage within the circle of magi.
I stand at the center of the circle of magi. Now, what was this about my phylactery?
You may not remember, but blood was taken from you when you first came to us. This blood is preserved within a phylactery.
So they can be hunted if they turn apostate.
We have few choices. The gift of magic is looked upon with suspicion and fear. We must prove we are strong enough to handle our power responsibly. You have done this. I present you with your robes, your staff, and a ring bearing the circle's insignia. Wear them proudly, for you have earned them.
That's all I get? Considering what you've done with my phylactery?
Joining the circle is a reward as well. You will realize this one day. It goes without saying that you shall not discuss the harrowing with those who have not undergone the rite. Now then, take your time to rest, or study in the library. The day is yours.
Can I leave the tower?
Not yet. Remember, the tower's walls protect us as much as they protect others from us.
I will return to my quarters.
Would you be so kind as to escort Duncan back to his room, child?
Child? What? Does Duncan not know where his quarters are?
Being difficult, are we? You are an apprentice no longer. I expect you to set a good example.
Oh, then I will be happy to escort him.
The guest quarters are on the east side of this floor, close to the library. Now, if you'll both excuse me, I have matters to discuss with Gregor.
Man, I know I talk about like this a lot, but I like the chunky boots, the crunchy boots in this game. I mean, they're not crunchy right now, but like their footsteps. The way they just scuff that stone floor. and Duncan's armor jingling and jangling. It's really good. I like it. It does something for me. It does something for me. It's just God, I think, wired me to really be tuned in to and appreciate the audible world. I just connect to sounds. All right, let's see here. Thanks for the advice, Balmy Leader, to slap him in the face. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's one of the options the game gives me. Man, if I had more options, Elderast would be in so much trouble. So much trouble. So many times. Let's see, where am I headed here? Okay, so I'm going there somehow. Through this door, can I get there? Yeah. Yep. Oh, there was something glittery over here.
That's not likely. I think someone's here to speak to you, Senior Torren.
Well, I wasn't planning on it, but if he's got a proper name, then maybe I should.
Hello. Congratulations on your harrowing last night. Good work.
What were you talking about earlier?
Ah, the fraternities of the Enchanters. You probably haven't heard of them. It's best not to get tangled up in circle politics. More trouble than it's worth, really.
I should go.
Fair enough. Good day to you.
Ooh, there is something sparkly over here. Okay. Good. I remember the first time I played this game, I found it kind of overwhelming because I hadn't played an RPG like this before. I'm trying to think if I played this before playing Neverwinter Nights. I think I had played Neverwinter Nights a little bit, but I hadn't really... It hadn't really hooked me. I think maybe it hooked me when I tried playing it again after playing this. But like the first time I played this, it's not an open world game, but it's so much more open than the Final Fantasy games, which was my really... JRPGs were my, I think, exclusive experience with RPGs until this point. And so running into all the lore, these codex entries and stuff, and like so many side quests that you could pick up. I mean, you think about the side quests you can pick up in this game and other Western RPGs compared to the side quests you're going to find in a typical old school JRPG town. And it's an overwhelming increase in side quests and stuff that you can do. And I was just kind of overwhelmed and was like, I'm going to miss stuff. There's just too much. There's too much. And I eventually, especially when I started playing like Oblivion, an Elder Scroll or a Bethesda RPG, that was like when I realized, oh, you don't have to do everything. You can just do what you want to do. You can do everything if you really find that enjoyable. And I've sometimes found that enjoyable to make that my quest, to do everything. But otherwise, you just be in this world and do what you want to do in this world. And you can just treat all those choices as just ways that the world is made to feel more realistic, not obligations for you to have to check off. And that was an interesting mental shift to make, because I, prior to this, bought strategy guides because I didn't want to miss anything in a JRPG. And so I bought the strategy guides, which some of them were clearly designed to be played with a strategy guide. So yeah, this was really something. And it's why it really quickly became one of my favorite games of all time. Certainly one of my favorite RPGs. Let's see. Oh, do I just need to sleep or something after I check out the sparklies? I feel like I picked up some equipment that I never did get around to putting on. What is this? Oh, +1 magic. Oh, and he gave me... Oh, what is this? Did I automatically equip those dumb mage robes that he gave me? I don't want those. I want my cool DLC mage robes. And that's what I have equipped, right? Okay. Alright, I need to wrap this up. I mean, I'll cheat a little bit and let myself go just a little bit longer in this game because I'm having a good old time. But I can't stay here too long.
Is there something else I can do for you?
Can you tell me more about Grey Wardens and the Darkspawn?
Certainly. I am intimately familiar with these subjects, after all.
What do Grey Wardens do?
Our duty is to battle Darkspawn wherever they appear. We are elves, humans, and dwarves united by this common purpose.
I'd like to talk more, but I have duties to attend to.
Of course. Don't let me keep you.
Such as this exclamation point.
I'm glad I caught up to you. Are you done talking with Irving?
Going through another personal crisis?
Very funny. I need to talk to you. Do you remember what we discussed this morning?
No? All right, spit it out.
We should go somewhere else. I don't feel safe talking here.
You'd better not be wasting my time.
It won't take long, I promise.
I feel like this guy's gonna lead me into a broom closet and then attack me.
We should be safe here.
All right, what's going on?
A few months ago, I told you that I met a girl. This is Lily.
This fat cow. This fat cow is your lover?
She's right here. I'm sorry, Lily.
It's all right. I just wonder if this is truly someone we can trust.
He can be abrasive, but I trust him with my life.
See, this is what I like, you know? I mean, when they give you... This is what these games from BioWare and Bethesda as well, what they lose when you bring in a voiced protagonist. When you voice the main character, you lose options to think of your character as having a certain personality, because that personality is inevitably expressed and determined. Whatever your character is, you're locked into something like the personality that's expressed in the voice recording. And it costs so much money and so much time to do that. They're not going to do that and give you the same variety of options. So I just so much prefer, and will again just say out loud, that I think with the voice response technology that consoles are easily capable of now, they should have an option where you can read your own lines out loud from a number of lines chosen, and they'll auto-detect which one you're saying and choose that, and you could just put your controller down during these exchanges and have a conversation with your game in character. I think that would be so cool, you know? I know it's a small thing to push A after I read my line, but I think it would just add that little bit of immersiveness that a lot of players would probably see the value in. Let's see here.
Fine. What do you want from me?
Remember I said that I didn't think they wanted to give me my harrowing? I know why. They're going to make me tranquil. They'll take everything that I am from me. My dreams, hopes, fears, my love for Lily. All gone.
Oh man, voicing Elderast, in addition to all the other blabbing I've been doing for hours, is starting to get on my cords a little bit, so it's probably just as well I wrap this up soon.
It's better than dying.
Is it? It's just another kind of death. They'll extinguish my humanity. I'll just be a husk, breathing and existing, but not truly living.
How did you find out about this?
I saw the document on Gregor's table. It authorized the right on Jowan, and Irving had signed it.
What are you going to do?
I need to escape. I need to destroy my phylactery. Without it, they can't track me down. We need your help. Lily and I can't do this on our own.
Give us your word that you will help, and we will tell you what we intend.
And what do I get out of helping you?
The joy of helping a friend? The satisfaction of knowing you prevented a gross injustice?
The repository holds more than phylacteries. Join us, and the artifacts will be yours for the taking.
Aren't you sick and tired of the Circle running your life? You could get out of here with us.
My phylactery has been taken to Denerim. I'm still trapped.
You'll be out of here and gone before they can even dispatch a messenger to the city. You're talented and clever. You could take your phylactery back from your hunters if you wish. You have so much power. Once you're free, they wouldn't be able to stop you.
Very well then, I give you my word.
Thank you. We will never forget this.
See that you don't! Now, tell me your plan and make it quick!
I can get us into the repository, but there is a problem. There are 2 locks on the phylactery chamber door. The first enchanter and knight commander each hold 1 key. But it is just a door. There is power enough in this place to destroy all of Ferelden. What's a door to mages?
It can't be that easy.
What if it is? We have to try. I once saw a rod of fire melt through a lock. You could get one from the stockroom, but Owain doesn't release such things to apprentices.
Very well, I will go to the stockroom and retrieve this rod.
We should stay here. 1 mage at the stockroom will attract less attention than a mage, an apprentice, and an initiate.
Who walk into a bar? Huh? Huh? Mage, an apprentice, initiate walk into... I'll be back soon.
Good luck. Our prayers go with you.
Your prayers are a waste of time. I shall succeed, for I am Elderast!
Gotta get all the sparklies. Alright, let's see. Which of these... Yep, that's the one I want. Okay.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
I need a rod of fire.
Rods of fire serve many purposes. Why do you wish to acquire this particular item?
I need the rod for my research into burning things.
Here is the form, Request for Rod of Fire. Have it signed and dated by a senior enchanter. I will release a rod to you once I have the signed form.
Why can't you give it to me now?
It is procedure. I need a senior mage's authorization to release an item. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well? I guess I can see this senior enchanter.
Can you sign this form for me?
Rod of Fire? No, I'm not signing this. I don't know what you need it for, and I barely know you. Ask someone else.
Well, who are you? Let's get to know each other.
Senior Enchanter, Leora, in charge of the Circle's laboratory. Is there something you want?
What's that door over there?
That leads to the Circle's cavern storerooms. There are caves running through the rock that the Circle is built upon. But of course, you know this.
Aye. Look inside the cavern?
No, I can't let anyone in there just now.
Why?
There are just things in there that I would prefer to keep safe.
Are you stealing from the Circle's stores?
No, of course not. I just have... I am in the midst of stock taking, checking inventory, and I can't let anyone in there in case they mess things up. Yes.
So why are you out here and not in there?
Because I am taking a break. I hate the musty smell of caves, and Look, I'll tell you the truth. Just keep it to yourself. There is an infestation of spiders in the caves. I don't know how they got in there, but it's probably my fault. I was promoted to Senior Enchanter less than a fortnight ago, and I don't want anyone to find out. They'll think I'm incompetent.
If you sign this form, I'll deal with the spiders.
Oh, your form for the Rod of Fire. Yes, I could do that, if you clear out the infestation.
All right, I'll do it.
Wonderful. Here is the key. Oh, and be careful in there. I'd really like to keep the damage done to the Circle's property to a minimum.
Excellent.
Garabik the Noble III says, I thought this was The Witcher for a second. Yeah, I mean, they have different styles of gameplay, for sure. Even from what I remember of trying out a little bit of the original Witcher game, which I picked up for free on GOG on PC years ago. Tried just a little bit of it, like, not for me. I think it uses the same engine as either Neverwinter Nights or Neverwinter Nights 2. And so I thought maybe I'd be into it, but it wasn't for me. But I mean, similar kind of like D&D Western fantasy inspired worlds. And then he adds, in our convo about realistic violence in games, do you want to add more about that here, or question mark? No, I don't think so. I didn't have anything that comes to mind. Let's see. Get the sparklies, and then I'm gonna get these spiders.
Take it all.
Wait, is this quest? Oh, here we go. This is the one I need to highlight. So, where am I going? Senior Enchanter has a small problem storage caves adjacent to the laboratory. Okay, adjacent to the laboratory. So I guess is that in here? Oh, storage room? Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's save. Just in case this is disastrous. But that said, Garavik, I mean, if there's something you wanted to throw in, I mean, honestly, my memory is terrible, and so I wouldn't really remember the context of where we left off. But if you want to, like, put something fresh on the table as a topic, then I'm open to that, totally.
Finished. Now what do you want?
Oh, I don't have anything equipped yet? Well, dang. Yeah, can I equip that immediately, or... Let's see. Wait, how do I do this? Oh, crap, Peter. It's been a while. There we go. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be as good. Yeah, no. Okay. Oops. Wrong button. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Garavik says, also, I mostly play realistic shooters now, so I might get a gaming laptop. War of Rights, Ready or Not, RS2, Games to Choose. Yeah, I'm not familiar with any of those titles. Francisco Ruiz is back for a bit with another question for you. Would you rather live in medieval era with any modern technology you like, or live in the future with any magic ability you like? Oh my gosh. Future, Francisco. I need to be where there are antibiotics and painkillers. I can't take it. I mean, any modern technology you like, I mean, maybe by that you mean more than one. So maybe I could have all those antibiotics and stuff like that. Even so, I think I would have that and so much more in the future. I mean, who knows what the future holds and what era of the future. If I could know, you know, when we say future, we don't know what we're heading into. At least with medieval era, we kind of have a basic, vague idea of what was in that time period. So, but that seems just a lot more broad with favorable possibilities to be in the future with any magic ability I'd like. Magic, okay, yeah, magical immortality. Send me to the future. All right, what do we got here? Fire resistance. Oh man, great. So I need to equip these. I do hate these hats. Can I turn that off? Is that an option? Turn hats off. It is in some games. Just these dorky looking mage hats. I'm not into it. It's probably not in my inventory options. Nope. Stuck with the dorky mage hat. Well, Elderast is pretty utilitarian. I mean, whatever it takes to have more power, to be more effective, kill, 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 that's what he's going to go with. Oh! Do it.
Yes, perish, creature.
Oh, that's right. On the easiest difficulty, your health regenerates after combat. That's awesome. Is that thing, like, invisible? Oh, no, he just is well-suited to the environment. Oops, wrong thing. Oh, no! Man. Made me a little nervous there. For just a second. Oh, what the crap?
Yes, power!
Let's see. What's better? An extra 2 spell power or an extra 1 magic? I don't know. For now, I'll just take it, but I'm not going to equip it. I don't know the system well enough. Let's see here. Francisco Ruiz says, what is the appeal of this game over Skyrim or Oblivion, since you don't usually play for the story? Though maybe I'm remembering that wrong. That's a good question. I think the variety of spells I prefer in here, and I think seeing the spells play out in third person, there's something that I like about that. And the real-time with pause combat, I like.
I am prey for no creature. Let's see some.
Oops. Ah, dang it! Got me again. Yeah, so it's a different flavor. It's not you know, you said, what is the appeal of this game over Skyrim or Oblivion? I would just say kind of like contrasted with Skyrim, because I don't really consider this to be a more enjoyable experience, but it's a different flavor. And in the last 3 to 4 months, I've really been in the mood for this flavor of really games that sprung out of the original Baldur's Gate games, with the real-time with pause combat, party-based combat, and that have that really kind of D&D adventuring party vibe and D&D type of fantasy setting, you know. Did you have fun at the carnival? Good. Good. Love you. Let's see, I can't quite... Zot! Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, Fade Striders. Very cool. Let's see, Garivik asks, should there be instant headshots in games? Like when you shoot someone in the head, should they go down immediately? Like in real life? It depends. I think there's times where I've enjoyed both types of shooters. Oh, crap! Gotcha! I'll say that, like, when I'm a little bit more open to enemies being a little bit spongy when I'm just kind of spraying bullets at their midsection. But if I'm taking the time to snipe from a distance, be like cold and calculating, and you know, and do headshots from a distance. I think I do prefer, actually, when you say specifically headshots, you know, I think maybe the sweet spot for me is a little bit spongy anywhere else, you know, so there's still a sense in which it's unrealistic that they're still going after how many times you hit them in different areas. That I'm okay with that. But yeah, I think for some reason when I shoot them in the head, I want them to go down right then and there. By the way, Garivik, if you want a better chance, I've caught your comment so far, but if you want to more somethingly ensure that I see your comment, you can put @ChristianGeekCentral, no spaces, and make sure the spelling is right, @ChristianGeekCentral, somewhere in your comment. That'll be highlighted in orange, and I'll be more likely to catch it in my peripheral. Welcome, Dwayne Asher, who says, I love the video and game. Well, cool. I really like Dragon Age Origins. This is a game that you know, they keep teasing and indicating little bits about the fourth one coming, and I think once it has an announced date, I will probably try to play through the trilogy again. I want to give Dragon Age 2 another really good try, because there were some patches that fixed some things I think that I didn't like about combat, and there's a lot of DLC I didn't play that actually really plays into the story that I felt a little lost about because I hadn't played it. I found out after the fact that fans were like, oh no, you gotta play that. And I think that's really crappy that they put some of the most key story elements in the DLC for the second game. To the point where I felt a little out of the loop when I played Inquisition. But I enjoyed 2 enough that I think I would want to play it again with now adjusted expectations. And I enjoyed Inquisition. It was kind of like not as good as Origins, but I enjoyed it more than 2. And so I think that I would definitely have an interest in playing all 3 of them, including, I think, Dragon Age Awakening again. But I'm going to wait, I think, until that release date gets announced, and then probably, boom, get right into it. But you know, one question that I have for those either watching live or for those who watch the archived version of this later is, would you be interested in a playthrough series of Dragon Age, playing through, kind of role-playing as Elderast, at least Dragon Age Origins? I wouldn't make that promise for any more games than Origins, and maybe I would just stream and record when it's main quest line stuff. But I put that out there on the table. I got a pretty small response last year when I put that option on the table, and so I didn't really pull the trigger on that, but I'm putting it on the table again. And so if I get a bigger response this time, it would definitely be something that I would consider. All right. Especially since either way, I'm probably playing all these games again before the new one comes out. I'll just take it. Okay, Garvik the Noble says, Ready or Not is basically a SWAT sim with some realistic stuff. Heard it was fun, with some disturbing maps, like I'm in the real world sometimes. Okay. I just got webbed again, dang it. Alright. I guess I'll just be webbed. Webbed again. Burn! Come on, Elderast, roast him! Zot! Freeze! Blast! Burn! Come on! There we go. There we go. What do we got here? Oh, it's same as I already have. Okay, that's fine. Ooh. Can't fall down there. That's fine by me. Dwayne Asher says, I've been seeing your videos since I was little. Oh, man. Well, that's cool. That makes me feel like I've been on doing YouTube stuff longer than I have been. But I guess, my gosh, if this is my 9th consecutive year doing this marathon, I'm closer to the 10-year mark on YouTube than I tend to think. I think perpetually that I started doing YouTube about 3 to 4 years ago, and it's been longer than that. Master of Magnetism says, hey, you're still kicking. I am. I have to be. I've committed to it for the next 13 plus hours. But we are racing up to the halfway point. Have I completed this? Have I done all the spiders? Are you going to tell me? I don't think they're going to tell me. Okay, I've been following the left path. I need to go back and see if that middle segment there possibly has some spiders I missed. I do like this game. I might stick with this until my dinner break. Wait. This is where I need to go. No. Francisco Ruiz says, I still remember when you had that one year when the stream crapped out and you had to just record it solo, but that feels like forever ago. Yeah, I believe that was the first year in the house that we're in now, which was about it was over 5 years ago. So, yeah, I believe that was the first year here. And that was one of the zanier years at the end. Oh, I can't get through here, so it's like blocked or something. Okay, well, maybe I did do all that I could do. But that was one of the zanier years because I was left to my own devices. No one was talking to me. And so I just had to figure out how to entertain myself. I started singing Christmas carols, and I did have somebody sit with me. That was the last year also that I ever had anybody sit with me for the purposes of helping me stay awake, and I had somebody that joined me for the last 1 hour, the last hour of that. Oh! What the crap! Yeah, I'm not even playing scary games, and you guys get a little bit of jumping from me. That's the value you get when you come to Christian Geek Central. That's gotta be it now, right? It's gotta... Yes, you have killed all the spiders in the storage caves. Senior Enchanter Leora will be pleased to hear of this.
I will be pleased to get the fire rod she owes me.
Man, I'm taking a cheese grater to my voice every time I do that. I got a feeling my voice is going to be in rough shape come morning. That's right, it adds to the drama. I don't know how it happened, but there was a glob of grape jam on the outside of the door coming out of my office. I don't remember, like, shaking off a bunch of grape jam just outside the door, but somehow it got there. Weird. Anyway, Master of Magnetism says, "Are you happy James Gunn came over to DC?" Wow, what a great question and a great topic. I'll take a moment to talk about that before I jump back in here. I'm open to it. It's not the name I would have thought of. And initially it concerned me because he's Guardians of the Galaxy guy. And I wasn't really familiar with his other work. And I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was fine, but it's actiony and jokey and popcorny and not taking itself seriously. It does at times take itself more seriously than other Marvel movies, and I will say it's more character-driven. The characters are more fleshed out, and it's more about who they are and their personalities, bumping up against each other. But it's still largely comedic in the way that it does that. Compare that to one of its major inspirations, Farscape, which really, the further you get into that show, it more evenly blends comedy with really heavy drama, and I never felt like Guardians of the Galaxy got to that place of drama. Not that it was trying to. And there was a lot of Marvel oversight going on there. James Gunn also, produced or executive produced Brightburn. He's done horror movies, and I discovered he's done children's movies. So he has been a part of making or directly made a variety of different tones in movies and genres. And it was pointed out, I think it was an IGN article, and a lot of times the IGN articles are just like, no, I just disagree. But I thought that was a very valid point and a potential value for James Gunn, because in the DC universe, I think more so, granted, I don't know the Marvel universe near as well, but I know the DC universe. And there are so many, they've been around so long, and they have over the years purchased and acquired and developed different entities from other comic book companies that all kind of got sucked in to DC. And so you have these different properties that have very different tones and even genres. The DC universe has so many different characters. It has Old West characters, and it has, futuristic space stories, and it has horror characters and horror stories, and Marvel has some of that too. But I think that diversity of settings and tones and genres is a bit wider in DC. And it's a real challenge to bring those things together in the comics, let alone movies. I don't think movies have quite figured out how to bring them together. I think that the Infinity War, the Avengers Infinity War, they did a pretty good job of bringing those characters together and representing at least something true of the various tones of their movies. So if that's what James Gunn is being brought in for, then I think he could be a really good choice. On the other hand, I do wonder, he did the Suicide Squad, which was more edgy than Guardians of the Galaxy, but it wasn't, I don't think, less funny. The humor was just darker and brutal and more violent. And I'm game for that. I tend to like darker humor, just darker things in general. But I wouldn't be content with the DC universe to be like the Marvel universe in terms of its frequency of jokiness, except bloodier and darker. I really like weighty drama in my superhero stories. My favorite superhero comic book stories of all time have many of them have some of the heaviest drama I've ever read in a comic book. So I would want to hope that could be true of wherever James Gunn and Peter Safran. He's going to be not on the creative side, but on the producer side, the money, the more the business side. But that's still an important part too. Getting the right people into play and making those deals happen and work out. That's important too. So as long as at the end of the day there's more freedom at Warner Brothers and in the DC movies to play around with tone than Marvel movies have had, then I think I'll be pretty happy, because I don't need all of my movies to be dark and heavy. I just want them to have the freedom to do that, and I feel like increasingly Marvel movies have not. They had a spike of weightiness at the end of the Infinity Saga, and as they were approaching the end of that, but there's not been much beyond that outside of, say, the Spider-Man movies. So that's certainly not what they're known for. Anyway, okay, so thank you for indulging me. Some of you guys know that, maybe some of you are like, oh man, somebody gave him an opportunity to talk about DC movies. Here we go. I'll cut it off there for now. All right, if I saved it, I'm going to save. Here we go.
You're back. Are the spiders gone?
I've dealt with your infestation.
Oh, wonderful. You're a lifesaver. Now, where was that form you wanted me to sign?
Here it is.
Right. There you go. How's that?
Excellent. Actually, it'll do.
It was a pleasure. You'll go far in the circle, I bet.
Yes, I plan to.
This way, and then this way.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
Here's the signed form for the Farad of Fire.
Everything looks to be in order. Here is the rod you requested.
I don't know what a Fraud of Fire is, but I'm hoping it's the same thing roughly as a Rod of Fire. Let's see. I don't think that's what I want. Let me make sure it's highlighting the actual quest I want. Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay, let's save one more time. I don't know how this is gonna go down.
But it will go down in my favor, one way or the other.
I hate waiting. It makes me nervous.
I have the Rod of Fire.
That was quick.
To the repository, then. Freedom awaits.
Okay, quest updated. Go to the basement of the tower. Massive repository. Part of it just said I'd hold the phylacteries of apprentices. Okay. Basement. Basement. Third floor, first floor, storage caves. Okay, we're going to the first floor, I guess. Yeah.
Any other sources of knowledge I might take advantage of here?
Boy. Anybody else getting these rando bot political texts? Like, what the crap? I wish there was some way I could tell them, listen, if you send that to me, I will not vote the way you want me to vote. Because clearly, your candidate approves of annoying methods of getting what they want. Basement, here we go. Master Magnetism says, agreed, I'm ready to see more of DC Extended Universe. And Francisco says, universe mashup question. Would you rather read a Justice League story with Iron Man replacing Batman, or Avengers arc with Superman replacing Captain America? The first, because I'm more familiar with the DC Universe, and of those characters, I mean, like, I've come to, like many people, really appreciate the character of Iron Man because of the Iron Man movies that led me to explore some Iron Man comics that I found I enjoyed. And so yeah, I'd be game for a Justice League story where Batman was replaced with Iron Man. Yeah, it'd be nice. You know, it's been a long time since DC and Marvel had a mashup like that. It'd be cool.
Chantry calls this entrance the Victim's Door. It is built of 277 planks, one for each original Templar. It is a reminder of all the dangers those cursed with magic pose.
But how do we get past it?
The doors can be opened only by a Templar and a mage entering together. The Chantry provides the password, which primes the ward, and the mage touches it with mana to release it.
Let's see here.
Since you have the password, can't Jowan help you enter?
The ward only responds to the touch of one who has been through the harrowing.
So what must I do?
First, the password. Sword of the Maker, Tears of the Fade.
Is that it? Can we enter now?
The password only primes the door. Now it must feel the touch of mana. Any spell will do, but hurry.
Excellent.
Let's see. Audrey McCann says, in response to my question, yes! And they always call me weird names. Whatever you do, don't reply. Just delete. Don't click on any links or anything. Joel Nelson says, I get this all the time. I just block the number. Yeah. Yeah, it's never ending, though. Let's see. Well, I gotta sweep the dungeon. Oh,
You
cutscene.
have the rod with you. Melt the locks off.
What's the matter? Why isn't it working?
Maybe the rod's broken.
Lily, something's not right. I can't cast spells here. Nothing works.
These wards carved into the stone. This must be the Templars' work. They negate any magic cast within this area. I should have guessed. Why would Gregor and Irving use simple keys for such a door? Because magical keys don't work. How do you keep mages away from something? Make their powers completely worthless. That's it then. We're finished. We can't get in.
That door there, where does it lead?
I don't know. Do you think it's another way in?
That door probably leads to another part of the repository. What are the chances of there being another entrance?
It's worth a try.
We can't get into the chamber the way we planned, but we're not about to give up. We can see where this door leads, but I don't think it'll be easy. It looks locked for one.
Audrey McCann says, they always start out with, this is ridiculous, are you going to let them get away with this? And I just think, I suppose I am. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Fear. You know, the world is trying to run people through fear. Whether that's advertising or news. you know? Try to control you and get your vote or your purchase or whatever with fear. Let's see here.
Onward then.
Let's hurry. We've wasted enough time.
Okay, so we're doing this door then.
I'm not giving up. We've
Who's
come
that
too
dude?
far.
I feel like he's gonna come to life.
I've got a bad feeling about this place.
No, I knew it.
Careful.
Oh, I guess they feel like it's getting serious now. We better save for you. Okay. Oh, I don't want to roast her too. Let's switch to this.
Why can't they leave us alone?
Nice. All right. Yeah, I dig the spell variety in this game. I mean, it reminds me in some ways of you know, the spell variety in Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning. Even though that's a much more action-oriented game, in a single battle, you're going to be pulling on several different spells, but it's also not a game that gets bogged down in a lot of status effects. You know, Baldur's Gate. At the end of Baldur's Gate 1 and then in a lot in Baldur's Gate 2, it's about, like, dealing with status effects. You're confused, you're turned to stone, you lost a level, you don't know what's going on, you're fighting your friends. And I'm like, come on, man. Just have that guy be weak to some elemental thing, and then I'll choose that spell, and then he'll die. You know? That's the level of tactical choices I want to make. I don't want to figure out, what is this spell? What category of spell does it fall into? What spell do I use to deal with that category of spells? You just gotta interact with the crunchiness of those rules in a way that does not interest me. Ah, interesting. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Runes go on weapons. Okay.
Something is...
This looks good.
Got it.
Try not to die here.
Oh, jeez.
Got it.
Nice. Good. Ooh, sparklies. Yeah, roast them. Yeah. Level up, baby.
No chance. No chance at all.
These things are not of the maker.
Okay, let's level up. We are doing this. Spell power and potency. And then this is... that increases your mana pool. I think I might want to just keep boosting potency a little bit. I don't know that I feel... Maybe I'll do 2 here and 1 here. Yeah, that seems reasonable. I haven't had to drink... I know I'm on the easiest difficulty, but I mean, I haven't had to drink a single mana potion yet, so probably doing alright. Herbalism. I do like to make me some potions. I don't need that yet. Oh, can I learn this? Oh, I need level 4, so I gotta choose one of these other ones. Stealing, coercion... Oh, but I can't... Okay, yeah, I guess I... Yeah, I chose that. Arcane Shield. That, I can see that being useful, but I'm more of a glass cannon kind of guy. Let's see here. Cone of lightning. That could be nice. Alright, that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh, and it auto-selected a slot for me. Oof. I feel my... I'm feeling it in my throat. But there's always a point that I pass. First, I get just a little bit of a sore throat, and I start feeling kind of like a lump in my throat. I get some fatigue going on. And at some point I pass that, and my voice doesn't, my throat doesn't hurt anymore, but my voice sounds a lot worse. So, and I feel like it's a little earlier than usual for that to be happening. So, I hope you guys find it entertaining as my voice gets worse and worse as the night goes on. Let's see here. Let me open this door. Oh, friendly fire, good look out! Joel Nelson asks, as a content creator, what do you do to help dispel fear in a non-political, maybe non-political sense that people have about what's happening in the world? Or as a Christian, what do you do to help dispel fear? When you say you, I'm not... Oh, no, yeah, no, okay, so you mean me. You mean me. You don't mean like the royal or the group you, like, what do I think we ought to do, but what do I take it upon myself to do, Peter Franson, as a content creator, to help dispel fear that people have about what's happening in the world, or as a Christian? I mean, I'm a fearful person, too, and I worry, and so I don't presume to kind of have great counsel for how people can deal with their own fear, but when I'm teaching like the weekly Bible study, what I try to do is look at the text and allow it to challenge me, and then put those ideas out there, and hopefully it'll be useful to all of us. And I certainly see in Scripture that we are not to be fearful. And what I seem to see in, like, if you look at Philippians 4 through 9, those verses are about, they're written to a church that was dealing with persecution, that had good reason to be anxious and fearful about the future. And there's even a context of some fear and anxiety in those verses. And they're great verses about thought life. And there's many other verses in Scripture that are also about thought life. But really, fear is about managing our thought life. That's what I see in Scripture, and that's what I have, to at least some degree, that's how I've experienced some victory and protection from fear in my own life. I feel like not too long ago, when my mom had just kind of like a mystery ailment that took her to the emergency room, and then we were waiting for a while for tests to be done and stuff. I think I handled that better than I would have 5 or 10 years ago, because of just what I've been meditating on over the years about fear and the role that truth is meant to play, and the perspective that truth is meant to give us. And sometimes we have to be tactical about that truth and figure out, okay, this is making me fearful. What is making me fearful? And then is there anything in Scripture that speaks to that, and that would actually say, you know what? That's not true. This is true. And if there's something like that, if there's a truth in Scripture that stands in contrast to the thing we are fearful of, or that overrides it and provides a greater perspective in some way, whether that's maybe our eternal perspective or something like that, then I think that's what we need to tactically say, okay, these are the passages in Scripture that I need to come back to on a regular basis, maybe daily in my quiet time, and that I need to not just like memorize for the purpose of memorizing and reciting like a spell, but like actually pondering them, thinking about the meaning of those verses, the different applications they have to different instances in our day-to-day life, and just kind of the ramifications of parts of truth in Scripture. And so that's kind of where, in my content, as I've dealt with fear, I think that's where I tend to go, because that's where I think I see Scripture pointing us, and it's where I've seen some improvement in my own life. And it's funny because, Scripture has been talking about these kinds of things, confronting fears with truth for thousands of years. And, it's only in the last, 100 years or whatever, that we have these principles of cognitive therapy that just so happen to be catching up now with where the Bible's at, which are basically like, okay, what are these things that are triggering our fear? And then what's the truth that we need to remember that stands in contrast to those things, Now, that's not to say that cognitive therapy is like, no. Cognitive therapy can teach you kind of how to apply these broader principles that have been in Scripture for thousands of years, and they can give you some more specific tools that I think kind of inadvertently or advertently, I don't know where cognitive therapy found its origins in the scientific community, but anyway, yeah. So blah 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 blah. I guess those are all my thoughts right now about. about fear. Francisco says, what do you think Francisco Ruiz should do? Oh, man. I don't have any thoughts to share on that. Gabriel Stinson says, awesome game, one of my favorites of all time. Thank you for your insight on Scripture, he adds. You're welcome. As I've said many times, I feel like I'm limping along and just longing for Jesus to return, because it's a struggle. And but along the way, as I think I'm seeing stuff that's useful and that's true in Scripture, and that I think might be useful to people other than me, then I try to bring that to my content. Garavik the Noble, I think you asked this a while ago, and I didn't respond to it. It says you like Far Cry 5.
We need another way into the phylactery chamber. Let's explore the repository.
I do like Far Cry 5.
Oh, this is a nasty one.
There we go. Is this the way? This is the way. It's the way to a room that I want to clear. What? Alright, get in here, guys. What are you doing? Get your butts in here. Oh, crap. This button. And then... Oh, you guys are in my way, dang it. There we go. Nice. One thing I used to like about this, someone asked me before what I like about this game compared to, say, like Skyrim. The third-person view, it used to be much more of a novelty, but like that whole bullet time thing, we've had full control of our cameras for a long time, but the PS2 era, some games in there, and then especially in the 360 era, we got control of the camera. And then when you got real time with pause and you can sweep the camera around in the middle of a spell animation being frozen in midair and just kind of do some Matrix camera work, I always loved that about my experience playing this game. Oh, yeah. I think I want that. Apprentice's Amulet. Oops. I don't think I need that. Nah. I'll take it, but... very true, Gabriel Stinson. He says, we all struggle, man. As Christians, we need to lift each other up and provide support. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
What was that?
Oh, crap. How about like this? Can I get both of them? I think I can. Nice. So playing this, I mean, I'm not playing it back to back with Neverwinter Nights, but if you were around during the stream when I was playing Neverwinter Nights, you know, you can see, I mean, BioWare made both games. I believe EA purchased BioWare after Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2, and before Dragon Age Origins. But if you look at some of the online documentaries about the making of this game, they did a lot of the developing of levels and stuff like that in the Neverwinter Nights 1 engine. Not even the Neverwinter Nights 2 well, was it Neverwinter Nights 2? I can't remember, but I think when they were just making the basic skeleton of the game, they were using tool sets from Neverwinter Nights. And although the camera is much more zoomed in, especially on the console version, I think you can zoom it out much more to a Neverwinter Nights type scale on PC. But it's much more zoomed in on console. But even so, I think you can see the same DNA. And I love it. I love it.
I'll get on it.
Hurry!
Got it.
Oops. What are you doing? Oh crap, there's another one. So you can't quite see it here, and I don't have full freedom of camera movement, but I mean, like, look at that. That is freaking sweet. Alright.
We'll need another way into the phylactery chamber. Let's explore the repository.
Yes, you said that. Are we not in the repository? I thought that's where we were. Oh, this is it, I think. Alright, let's save. We haven't done that in a while. And there might be some choices coming up for me. Alright.
Wow, that old wall's about to come down any moment. What do you think this does?
Why does the Circle keep so many Tevinter artifacts in storage?
It's history, Lily. And it's fascinating.
I don't think it's going to help us get your phylactery.
I've seen pictures of things like this. They amplify any spell cast into them. I bet we could use this to break into the phylactery chamber.
I suppose we could amplify the rod's power.
See where the mortar might be decaying behind that bookcase? Let's take a closer look. It should be pretty easy to get this out of the way.
All right, Jowan. Move the bookcase aside.
I can't do it on my own. You have to help me. If we work together, we can shift it. Come on. Now we just need to find a way to get through this wall.
Oh. I thought they had sparklies for me.
There's something odd about that statue.
Something odd about you. Why would this be here?
How should I know? It's magical. This is a room of magical objects.
Greetings.
Maker's breath, did it just say something?
I am the essence and spirit of Eleni Zenovia. once consort and advisor to Archon Valerius. Prophecy my crime, cursed to stone for foretelling the fall of my lord's house.
Please stop talking.
Come on, Jowan, let's go.
Great. I don't know, maybe there was a quest there or something. I don't feel like I need to take it on. Oh. I'm pretty sure I want this. Yeah. Yeah, let's try that on. Yes. Okay, now what am I supposed to do? Oh, yeah.
Use this with the rod. I'm sure it'll work. Hurry, the clock's ticking.
Excellent.
This is the phylactery chamber.
We must find Jowan's phylactery, quickly.
It's a pity they've taken mine to dinner him.
Would you destroy yours too if it were here?
I would destroy it, but I wouldn't escape with Jowan. So I don't feel like number 1 is my option. I definitely don't agree with number 2. I guess number 3.
There's little point in discussing that. It's not here.
Right.
Master of Magnetism says, do you have PS5? Yes, that's what I was playing games on earlier. Yes.
That didn't look human.
Alright, good. Yeah, I don't need that.
Yes.
That's my phylactery! You found it! I can't believe this tiny vial stands between me and freedom. So fragile. So easy just to be rid of it. To end its hold over me. And I am free.
Expected a larger room and many more phylacteries.
Only apprentice phylacteries are stored in the Circle Tower. This tiny room could not hold the phylacteries of every mage who has passed through the tower doors.
Come on, you two. We're done here and we should leave.
Then let us move on.
I do not want to stay here a moment longer.
Ooh. Oh, is that the... Oh, that's the one I couldn't come through on the other side. Gotcha, okay. So, I guess there's just one way out.
We did it! I can't believe it! Thank you. We could never have...
So what you said was true,
Let's see.
Well, this looks bad.
Gregor.
An initiate conspiring with a blood mage. I'm disappointed, Lily. She seems shocked, but fully in control of her own mind. Not a thrall of the blood mage, then. You were right, Erling. The initiate has betrayed us. The Chantry will not let this go unpunished. And this one. Newly a mage and already flouting the rules of the Circle.
I'm disappointed in you. You could have told me what you knew of this plan, and you didn't.
You don't care for the mages. You just bow to the Chantry's every whim.
Jowan's right. You don't care for the apprentices.
Enough! As Knight Commander of the Templars here assembled, I sentence this blood mage to death. And this initiate has scorned the Chantry and her vows. Take her to Aenar.
The mage's prison. No. Please, no. Not there.
No! I won't let you touch her!
Yeah, let's rock!
By the Maker. Blood magic. How could you? You said you never...
I admit, I dabbled. I thought it would make me a better mage.
Blood magic is evil, Jowan. It corrupts people, changes them.
I'm going to give it up. All magic. I just want to be with you, Lily. Please come with me.
I trusted you. I was ready to sacrifice everything for you. I don't know who you are, Blood Mage. Stay away from me.
Are you all right? Where's Gregor?
I knew it. Blood magic. But to overcome so many, I never thought him capable of such power.
I knew he was acting suspicious.
None of us expected this. Are you all right, Gregor?
As good as can be expected.
Am I all right?
If you had let me...
Anyone
this would
want
not
to
have...
ask me?
Now we have a blood mage on the loose and no way to track him down.
Well, I'm sure you'll think of something.
Jowan destroyed his phylactery. Without it, he will be hard to locate.
Don't you think I know that? Where is the girl?
I am here, sir.
You helped a blood mage. Look at all he's hurt.
You forced Jowan's hand.
Knight Commander, I was wrong. I was accomplice to a blood mage. I will accept whatever punishment you see fit. Even Aenar.
Get her out of my sight. And you. You know why the repository exists. Some artifacts, some magics are locked away for a reason.
Did you take anything important from the repository?
No.
Very well. I believe you. But your antics have made a mock of the circle. What are we to do with you?
Jowan's the one you want, not me.
You helped a blood mage escape. All our prevention measures for naught. Because of you.
Knight Commander, if I may, I'm not only looking for mages to join the King's army, I'm also recruiting for the Grey Wardens. Irving spoke highly of this mage, and I would like him to join the Warden ranks.
Duncan, this mage has assisted the Malefica, and shown no lack of regard for the Circle's rules.
He is a danger. To all of us.
It is a rare person who risks all for a friend in need. I stand by my decision. I will recruit this mage.
No! I refuse to let this go unpunished!
Yes, I am very benevolent, helping friends in need. If the Grey Wardens will have me, I will gladly go.
Rhaegar, mages are needed. This mage is needed. Worse things plague this world than blood mages. You know that. I take this young mage under my wing and bear all responsibility for his actions.
A blood mage escapes and his accomplice is not only unpunished, but is rewarded by becoming a Grey Warden. Are our rules nothing? Have we lost all authority over our mages? This does not bode well, Irving.
Enough. We have no more say in this matter.
So I'm to be a Grey Warden?
Yes. Be proud, child. You are luckier than you know.
If you call me child again... Perhaps the Grey Wardens will appreciate my talent more. And my age.
You will have ample opportunity to hone your skills, I assure you. Come. Your new life awaits.
All right.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan. I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other Wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
Oh, I love number 3. But that's a little bit... It's a little bit quippy. I think number 2 is probably the closest.
I am Elderast, Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. I understand you hail from a circle of Magi. I trust you have some spells to help us in the coming battle.
I do not cast spells on command.
Of course, your magic is not at my beck and call, but I am glad to have it in the battle. We have too few mages here. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
C3, I mean, like, that's certainly a grumpy kind of reaction, and how I usually play Elderast, you can see that coming out of his mouth. But Elderast is also... He'll play the long con. He'll pretend to get along with people, and usually I roleplay in a way that should be obvious to anybody he's interacting with that he's lying. But that's more for the humor of it. I guess we'll just do this. We'll see about that.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You sound very confident of that.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yet you don't sound very reassured.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
You could if you were not such a fool.
You must not speak of the king so. He is overeager, perhaps, but he is also one of the few Grey Warden allies. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you mean? What ritual?
Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Why is this ritual so secret?
The joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
Is this anything like the harrowing?
It is an ordeal. I'm sorry that you must endure another so soon.
Wonderful. Let's get this over with then.
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Okay. Thanks for your patience, guys. I know there's been some comments here I haven't responded to yet. Francisco Reese says, how did the time with Holly go? I think I saw you were playing Gradius, but was watching the new season of Manifest with my wife during that time. I'm a bit curious about that show. Yeah, it went really well. We didn't have, for the first part of it, much interaction with viewers, but we were having a good time. And had some good laughs, especially in the second half of that time. So hopefully that'll be something that people will enjoy watching later on. Master of Magnetism says, what's the difference from PS5 to PS4? Between the two, I mean. Oh, gosh. I feel like I wouldn't be able to I wouldn't be able to represent that faithfully off the top of my head. I would say that the thing that I have enjoyed probably the most is the performance, the frequency, the greater likelihood that games will run at 60 frames per second. Even PS4 games, there's a number of them that had some enhancements that could be put into play if you had the PS4 Pro, which I didn't. I went straight from PS4 to PS5. And so I was experiencing things that would have been true for, a number of people that had a PS4 Pro. And I was experiencing them for the first time having a PS5. So when the games are, can take advantage in some way of the improved power, then that's cool to have some PS4 games like that. Load times very significantly reduced, even in a number of PS4 games that weren't necessarily optimized with with that in mind. So and then maybe more storage space than I had. Well, yeah, I think more storage space. Yes, for sure, more storage space than I had on my PS4. So there's many more differences. Those are the ones that stand out to me, that kind of like differentiate my experience on the PS5 from the PS4. So I've been enjoying those things. All right, let's see here. Got about 15 or 20 minutes before I take my dinner break. Oh, wait, those are completed quests, so let's see. So we'll make that the active quest. Let's save.
Tower of Ishal is off limits. The men stationed inside are securing it now.
Why is the tower off limits exactly?
By orders of Tairn Loghain. The tower is being secured by his men to be used during battle. I'm told they discovered some lower chambers, and they don't know how far down they go, so for now, everyone's to stay out.
Lower chambers?
I didn't see anything like that when I was there, but who knows?
This is a pretty large ruin.
Goes back to the time of the Tevinter Imperium. Dwarven make. That's probably why it's still standing.
What is the Tower of Ishal?
I think they used it once to watch for wilders coming out of the forest.
Well, I should go.
Make us speed your steps.
Probably not much to do over here yet. Yeah, I don't need to talk to Soldier. I guess I could move things along and just kind of jump to the next main story thing. I don't think I... Oops. Oh, crap. I don't like that. I hate running into a chest that I can't unlock. Because it's loot that I'm missing out on. I need a rogue in my party. Dang it. No, can't go there, I guess. Alright, yeah, we probably have time to kind of advance the story a little bit more. Man, coming up on the halfway point. Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming.
Hale, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
I don't speak to underlings like you.
Wait, why is my quest marker back here? Okay, I'm going this way, I guess?
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
What are they doing in the Fade?
Perhaps they're scouting for Darkspawn. I don't know, and don't ask. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed. Not even by Grey Wardens.
As you wish.
We stand here in this hour, good folk of Ferelden, and we contemplate the death that may await.
Well, I should at least go to the exclamation points and pick up quests, I feel like.
This isn't good. I hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new Warden? I could use some help.
Why would I help you?
This beast is in the King's service, just like you and I. This is a Mabari, smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed Darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first.
Just how smart is this dog?
Centuries ago, a mage bred them to be smart and understand what they're told. They can remember and carry out complex orders. Most valuable dogs in the world. Trouble is, they generally imprint to one master. Re-imprinting them is very difficult. But without the medicine, re-imprinting won't be an issue. Will you help?
Beep bop beep bop beep bop beep. It's been longer this time since beep bop came. So maybe if we give them the cold shoulder, they'll beep bop somewhere else. Without the medicine, re-imprinting won't be an issue. Will you help?
Could he be imprinted to me?
We can try, but first we need to muzzle and medicate him.
I'll give it a shot.
Go in the pen and let him smell you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down.
I'll put the muzzle on him.
If I can find my first of many servants.
Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon?
I might be. Why?
There's a particular herb I could use to improve the dog's chances. It's a flower that grows in the swamps here, if I remember. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white, with a blood-red centre.
Do you think I have nothing better to do?
We're all busy. As it is, if we can get this hound better, we can re-imprint him on someone. Even you, if you like.
Where in the wilds would I find this flower?
It usually grows in dead wood that collects at the edge of ground pools. Should be plenty this time of year.
I'll see if I can find one.
Good. In the meantime, I'll begin treating our poor friend.
Alright. I thought I was just going to pick up a quest. I didn't know I was going to really, like, get into the thick of it right then.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You're a very strange man.
You're not the first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage.
I am indeed a mage.
And here I thought I'd been yelled at by every mage in camp. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit from the Circle of Magi. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
And you must be Alistair.
Did Duncan mention me? Nothing bad, I hope. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Let's get on with it then.
Eager, are we? Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
Let's just do this.
Let's go!
If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
I shall. For the rest of your pathetic days.
So, any last wishes?
Alright, let's do it.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect who we're missing. This is Sir Jory, a knight from Redcliffe.
How do you do?
And this here is Daveth, a fellow from Denerim.
That's me. I'm a fellow.
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
Can we get on with this?
Yes, let us begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
And what is the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds. abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
How will we find this archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Find the archive and 3 vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Alright. I thought we were going to have the ceremony right now. I forgot there was a quest involved. Francisco says, bummed I'm going to miss Corinne tonight. Going to be streaming at the same time as that. Oh, okay. Maybe she will still be hanging out with you when I'm done, though. Yeah, I don't know how long she'll be staying. She has surprised me before. Sometimes she's come for just like, 2 or 3 hours. And there was one time she was with me for like, I don't know, a crazy like 8 or 9 hours. Like what ended up being like a third of the live stream. I think that's probably going to be the exception to the rule. I doubt she'll be with me that long tonight, but who knows? But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The archive will go up eventually. But yeah, enjoy your stream, man. Let's save. Play for just a wee bit longer before my dinner break.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight. Bet you I can 2 blows.
Now I've got a proper party. Are any of you guys rogues? Because there was a chest back there. They look more like the fighter types. Yeah. Come on. Come on, let me get the sparkly. What the crap? Oh, there's still a bad guy out there. That's why,
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Oh, nope, more. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go again. I don't get to read it? Okay. Letter to Jogby. I gotta open up the codex thing. You should just let me read it. Is it in here? Codex. Letter to Jogby. This looks long. My dearest son, it pleases me that you wish to follow in my footsteps and bring the Maker's word to the unenlightened. I wish you had chosen a less dangerous place to do so. Apologies for leaving early for the wild, son, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. The chastened respect one with survival skills in the wild, so I hoped to get a grip on that before you arrived.
and maybe establish an agreement with a local tribe so that we had friends when you came. When you reach the wilds, you'll find it difficult to navigate. I've listed certain landmarks below. If you follow them, they will lead you to a location I've scouted out, where I've left you some supplies. If you're lost, try to get back to that spot and I'll find you. The landmarks are as follows. Beginning at the entrance to the wilds from Ostagar. Look for a tree leaning on a ruined building. Pass under a fallen tree bridge, quote-unquote. Pass a submerged tower on the right. Look between a high ruined arch and a mossy standing stone. Walk along a path of roots and stones. Look for 2 large statues with a chest between them. There, you will find our meeting point. I love you, Jogby, my son. I hope to see you soon. Your father, Rigby. Okay, I am, Oh, mark all as read. I thought just mark all of that as... I guess I've read them all. Okay. Well, I'm not doing that quest, whatever the crap that is. Almost time for my dinner break. Almost time. Over here. Oh, dying soldier. Okay.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn.
Nice.
They came out of the ground. Please, help me. I've got to return to camp.
We kill Darkspawn. That's what we do. We're here for that. We don't have time for this. Let's go.
We don't have time? What, you have an urgent meeting somewhere?
I'm about to take my dinner break. Let's see here. Oh, dang. Ugh. Oh, man. See, I want to see number 1. But I don't know if Elderast would do that. I mean, he recognizes he has to get along with these people, but I don't know. I played this game before. Elderast and Alistair are not going to get along. They're going to part ways at some point. So I suppose I might as well get that started here. He's already dead, see?
Come, hurry.
Holy crap.
Does the word insane mean anything to you?
Oh my gosh. Man, this is dark. I've never gone this way before. Shut up and do what I say.
Remind me not to get injured anywhere near you.
Oh, man.
For more chat about geek entertainment, answers to your questions, and news from the wider world of Christian geekery, get the Christian Geek Central podcast today on iTunes and other podcast services.